okay, have a chance to share our new product, the CV8, the Cell Vitality Infinity. Okay, our new product, which is presenting by the CVMGR, okay, the Cell Vitality and Molecular Genetic Research Institute. Okay, the reason that we are having this opportunity to share once again is due to the reason that after the trip in Penang, we had a lot of feedbacks from our leaders, members, or fellow friends that we are facing some difficulties, especially at the moment while we introduce our product to our friends. How shall we introduce CVA in the simple and easier understand approach? Okay, so that's why I'm glad that I have this opportunity once again, to be shared. Okay, so from the last sharing in the Mandarin sections, and I heard that the feedback is not bad. So that's why I'm here today once again. Okay, to taking this opportunity to share uh, uh, our Cell Vitality Infinity in the most simple format. Okay, uh, I think a couple of days ago, our doctor Ashwin, our friend and our advisor, had sharing a very good and knowledgeable and informative sharing about CV8 from the professional and the scientific point of view, in terms of by giving a better understanding of what is ginseng, the benefit of ginseng, ginsennoside, how the ginseng may helping to promote our system, how the ginseng can help, and how the CMC technology is able to bring up, okay, the efficacy of the wild ginseng stem cell um, phytochemicals with ginsennoside, okay, into a product like CV8. Okay, well, today I come with a slides which is to bring us to go through it once again. So we are carrying the question here with us. Bear this in mind. The first is, what is CV8? Okay, so I believe a lot of our friends or members have using the CVA. We love the taste. We feel the benefit, okay, from the beginning, the few days or 1 week or 2 weeks after we're having it, where energy level is boosting. Besides, we're using the IM laser, or sleeping is getting better, okay, or some sort of problem is resolving, getting improved. Okay, but when we are start have a chance to share with other friends of us after we feel the benefit, the first thing coming to your mind to introduce CV8. By then, how are you going to say? Okay, so what I'm here, I would like to say, okay, is CV8 is a secret formula for youth. Okay, it's a secret formula for youth. It's a 80 years a wild Korean ginseng stem cell. Okay, extraction essence. Okay, and formulated by CVMGR. So here are the keywords. And the CV8 is from 80 years wild Korean ginseng stem cell. It's a Korean ginseng stem cell phytochemical essence. Okay, that's how, if we want to introduce the CV8, that's how I'm going to introduce. So these are the keywords. Okay. The major ingredients from CVA, as what we all know here, is from the 80 years wild ginseng. Okay, and the ginseng contains the rare phytochemical ginsennoside. Okay, here the keywords are the rare phytochemical ginsennoside. This rare ginsennoside is not that easy to be get access from other places or you can really find easily from the farm or find from the field or botanical field, or even in the jungles or in the forest. Even today in Korea or in China, the northern side of China or Korea, it's very rare to find 80 years wild ginseng. And to obtain is a phytochemical ginseng, rare ginseng site. That is the major ingredients of the CV8. That's also we call it the functional ingredients of CV8. As you know that, in the 5,000 years history of TCM, either in China or in Korea, okay, ginseng is always been chosen as a royal health tonic for the empires in China or in Korea. Okay, it's also as a king of the herbs. But in addition, CV8 is not only have the rare ginseng site itself, but with a formula, okay, with a unique formula is with of the CV8 today, that we can bring up the efficacy, okay, to another level, okay. So that is something very important, and that's why that's a CV8 is not just the rare ginseng site stem cell, but it's more than that. It's a formula. As in result, it's 1 + 1 equal more than 3. Okay, and why we're having all these ingredients, and I will explain later on in the slides. Okay, but come back again. Okay, if we ask what is CV8, so CV8 is a secret formula of youth. Okay, CV8 is 80 years old wild Korean ginseng stem cell phytochemical essence formulated. Okay, that is the CV8. The major things in the CV8 is the 80 years of wild ginseng. Ginseng contains the rare ginseng site, okay, which you can't find anywhere today besides of CV8. So what the second question that comes into our mind after we introduce would be, what is the wild ginseng stem cell, right? What is the stem cell, the plant stem cell? What is the wild ginseng stem cell in CV8? Okay, as we know, the technology we are obtained from a Korean company called Plantel, which is the first and only team on the planet who has successfully isolated and cultured CMC, which is called a cambium meristematic cell. Okay, cambium meristematic cell. It's a feat no one had achieved in the past 180 years. So let's see, what is the technology CMC? The technology we are claimed as the plant stem cell used in our CV8 formulation. Okay, the first and only plant stem cell can be claimed by us. Okay, what is CMC? So here are the 3 key words. The first, CMC cell is a master cell. Okay, it's a master cell. You also can call it is the immortal cell. Okay, also a type of cell we call it undifferentiated cell. So that's the 3 keywords: master cell, immortal cell, and undifferentiated cells. What is the master cell? For your understanding, what is master cell is the original cell which is undifferentiated at the very beginning stage of the plant. Okay, before the cell has become converted or transformed into leaf cell, into stem cell, into the stem or into the root or the fruit. Okay, It's the very original format, the virgin format. We call it a master cell. Okay, compare with the human or animals, okay, we call the stem cell. So that is CMC. The master cell is immortal cell. It will be live forever, okay? And because this character of the master cell, we also call it undifferentiated. That keyword here is undifferentiated, okay? Because once the cell are be differentiated, means it's be categorized or has been transformed into other format, okay? The characteristic of the cell has been changed, okay? The energy level has been dropped, okay? So CMC is the master cell, is the immortal cell, is the undifferentiated cell. Then you ask, it's very difficult for me to share with my friend. Then you just tell them the CMC technology is the mother cell of the plant. Okay, it's the master cell, the most original cell. That's why it called the stem cell is of the plant. And in the CV8, the plant stem cell is the wild ginseng stem cell, 80 years wild ginseng stem cell. Then let's have a better understanding what's the differentiator between the CMC cell, the master cell, which is also the undifferentiated cell, which those of differentiated cells, okay, which also called the DDC, okay. DDC is the short form of those of cells like already been differentiated, and cell like those are cells as like regrowth or damaged cells, okay, for the purpose of regrowth or for the repairing, and that is called the DDC. By giving a simple understanding, it's like in the market, which you can easily to access, like Apple cell, okay, and the last time they're using has this is there are many from the plant, okay, eventually even the animal. Those are the undifferentiated cell, okay. So the master cell, the stem cell, CMC, versus the DCC. The first thing is the difference in the cell availability, okay. From the graph at the left-hand side, you easily to identify from the beginning, after 1 month or even 22 months. Look at our CMC cell, which is the master cell. It still remains the same condition. That's why we call it immortal cell. The immortal cell, which means it's immortal, it's never change, never break down. Okay. But look at the DDC. DDC is a differentiated cell. It's from the part the cell the plant used for self-repairing or other purposes. So here you can see from beginning 1 month and 23 months after, the cell color has been changed. Okay, the availability has been dropped significantly. Okay, so the first thing we understand, okay, what is different between stem cell and other cells of the plant? Stem cell has the longest availability, the ability of the surviving, okay, has the longest compared with the DDC. The number two is differences is the cell morphology, okay. The CMC in the plant are small and have very thin wall, okay. They're packed closely together without intercellular cavities, which means that look at the graph on the left-hand side, okay. The wall, the cell wall is very thin and in a very small size, okay. And those are homogeneous cell is not easy to be damaged because it's a small, okay. It's because it's small. From the isolating process with the CMC, it's very easily to be survived in the control conditions versus the DDC, the cells are very different because the sizes is so big. Okay, the shape and the sizes it determined. Okay, it's very easy to be broke. Okay, so it's very easy to be damaged during the isolation process. And another difference of between the stem cell and the DDC, okay, CMC and the DDC, is the the, the numerous of the vacuoles in the cell. Look at the photo on the left hand side. You see the sizes of the vacuole and the character of immature plant cell. Okay. The CMC is much smaller. They have so many leaf inside of the inside of the cell itself rather than the DDC. So from here we can understand the stem cell of the plant. Okay, compared with the damage or other part of the cell is compared with the differentiated cell, undifferentiated cell, the CMC stem cell, compared with the other cells, it have much the character or the ability for living is much higher with others. And it's showing the graph here, you see the aggregation of the cell of the CMC. The CMC is suspended within the small cell cluster. Look at the upper one. Okay, it's evenly allocated inside the what we call it. This is let me see. The CMC can be evenly stay in a very stable conditions compared with the DDC. It's due to the sizes and its own characters. So when we look in deep, then we understand that the CMC contains very high numbers of starch. Okay, the definition, the starch here is the energy. It's considered the energy of the plant stem cell. Then compare with the CMC and DDC, you can easily to identify the the white spot in the cell on the first photo on the left hand side is represent the CMC. You see the cell inside have a very numbers of the white spot. Okay, that is the starch. The starch inside of the cell carries a lot of energies. Whereas compared with the photo, the pictures below, which is the DDC, you can see the cells is very big, but it carry much less numbers of starch. Okay, which is representing very low vitality, very low energy. And there's another perspective to differentiate between the CMC and the DDC is the antioxidant abilities. You see, with the stem cell of the plant, okay, the CMC stem cell, it carries a very strong antioxidant characters. Okay, so here we are using a hydrogen parasite, hydrogen parasite. Okay, so if we put the hydrogen parasite on the CMC and DDC, you can see the decomposition, the response from the decomposition from the CMC is very fast. It's faster compared with the DDC. What does that mean? So which means it shows that the CMC carries a very strong antioxidant characters, the content. Okay, it's also indirectly, okay, interpreted the CMC had very strong vitality and energy inside. So that's why, okay, I'm coming to the overall. Okay, if we list down this, you're able to understand to differentiate it between the stem cell and the plant cell. You see, so today CV8, CV8, cell vitality infinity, CV8, it contains the wild ginseng stem cell. Okay, it compared with just the plant cell, the DDC. Okay, it's a lot different. So our technology from the plantail from our Korean partner, okay, we're using the isolating process, the extraction process, cultivation process, the channel process. We have produced the plant stem cell, the only plant stem cell so-called in the world, in the whole world. Okay, is comparing the plant cell, the DDC, in terms of energy level, in terms of the sizes, in terms of the vitality, in terms of antioxidant level, you're able to tell, okay, the difference between the stem cell and the normal plant cell. So you see, the plant stem cell. That the reason I'm trying to re-emphasize here in the second part of the sharing here. I want our members and brothers and sisters to understand the CV8 content is the stem cell. Okay, it's not the normal plant cells. Okay, because it's the plant stem cell, it's the ginseng stem cell, it's a real ginseng stem cell that is carries the most of homogeneous is the cell type. It carries the most ginsenocyte. It carries the most properties, the valuable properties. Okay, inside of the cell rather than the normal plant cell. That is how important of it. So once people ask you, you say this is 80 years wild ginseng. Well, wild ginseng is very expensive. It's very rare to get it. Or 80-year ginseng. Well, wait a moment. It's not just the ginseng. It's from the 80 years wild ginseng stem cell, the master cell. Okay, the immortal cell, the undifferentiated cell of the 80 years wild ginseng. That is the valuable part of the CV8. Okay, what makes us to have with such claim is because the technology that we are using today, okay, has been announced on the Natural Biotechnology magazine on the cover page of the magazine. Okay, by the November 2010, it's 10 years ago, the first ever announced all over the world and been successfully isolated, attract, cultivated the, the, the stem cell of the plant in the past 160 years of history. That is really a breakthrough in the human botanical technology. So that is inside of your product CV8. It's wild ginseng stem cell. Okay, so a third question I want to list us to share with our friend. Is that's all? The answer, of course, is not. Okay, 18 years wild ginseng stem cell is not good enough for us to describe the goodness of our CV8. But rather than that, okay, what we will extract from the 80 years wild ginseng stem cell eventually is the real ginsengnocyte, is the real phytochemical inside the stem cell. Okay, that is the key element that support the greatest of the efficacy and the effect inside our CV8. Is the CV8 phytochemical real ginsengnocyte from the 80 years wild ginseng stem cell. Okay, here I would like to elaborate more on the process of extractions. Okay, extracting process or the phytochemical or the real ginsengnocyte within the ginseng stem cell. And here Look from the left to the right. Okay, here we call the mother plant. The mother plant is we are using here. The mother plant is 80 years wild ginseng. Wild ginseng. We come from auction. Okay, I think in the past of sharing from Mr. Andrew, Mr. Adam, okay, and our doctor, uh, we has already shows okay all the certificates. Okay, where the ginseng is coming from. It's real life wild ginseng from auction. It's 80 years wild ginseng. It's the mother plant. Then we take the tissue. They take the tissue from the mother plant. Okay, and from the tissue that we are isolated the CMC, the plant stem cell. Here we isolated the CMC plant stem cell from the 80 years wild ginseng, not the normal cell. Okay, as I showed the difference early on. Okay, the difference early on is from the CMC, from the stem cell, and with the stem cell, we built a plant stem cell bank. It's called a cell line establishment. Through this, we're able to start to preparing the suspension of the culturing, okay? By controlling the temperature, controlling the light, we're able to allow the stem cell of over 80 years wild ginseng stem cell to produce the rare ginsengnocyte within the stem cell. You see, that is very important. So the process is not only just stop at isolating of the stem cell, whereby to culturing the stem cell with a controlled environment allows the stem cell to produce the rare ginsengnocyte, the, the phytochemical within the stem cell. And after then, we scale up. We scale up in the bioreactor, where we saw it during our trip in Korea. In Korea, you see those bioreactors, hundreds of bioreactors, each carries 250 liters. 250 liters of what? Of the wild ginseng stem cell. Okay, wild ginseng stem cell. And each of that is equivalent with hundreds of thousands of wild ginseng stem cell. You see, and during that scale up, it's like us to able to produce or culturing, use the most natural way to culturing the 80 years wild ginseng stem cell. But it's not the end. Okay, the end is the production, is the key here. Okay, you see here, I'd like to giving an example. You know, when we were in the traditional farming, okay, we plant the seed, corn. If we are trying to manufacture, we're trying to grow cornfield, trying to grow corn. We put the seed in the farm, okay. We watering it, put fertilizer, we grow until when the time is right and during the season, a right season of autumn, then it's getting fruiting. We see a lot of corn, okay, has been fruited. What we do, okay, we have quickly pick up, taking the fruit, taking the corn, okay, taking the corn out from the corn tree, right? From the stem. Why? Because if we don't pick up, okay, the corn will be dead inside because it's overwhelming. So that's the key here. Once we manufacturing, we have scaled up so much of the 80 years rare ginseng stem cell. What we do, what is the production, the definition of production here? We have to kill this cell first. For what purpose? To kill this cell, get the rare ginseng's ginsengnocyte. Okay, the essence of the essence, the phytochemical. That is our material. And that material can be used, okay, the phytochemical, the most valuable, with highest vitality, okay, of the properties in using in functional food, in chemical, okay, in cosmetic or in skincare, okay, in various of applications, okay. That's why CV8 using the essence of the essence, okay. So that's the reason, okay, throughout my sharing, this is a very important slide to let each of our friends, brothers and sisters to understand the entire process, okay. We are not only using from the 80 years wild ginseng to isolate a stem cell. Rather than that, okay, through suspension culturing and scale up by controlling temperature and the light and the light, we are enabled to light the stem cell, the 80 years wild ginseng stem cell, to produce inside the cell to produce as much of rare ginseng, ginsennoside, the ginsennoside. And then during our production, we need to kill all this stem cell in able to obtain the essence here, which is called the 80 years Korean Wild Ginseng stem cell ginsennoside, the ginsennoside, as the key functional ingredients of the CV8. Okay, so that is the second slide. The difference in the phytochemical biosynthesis ability, okay, from the CMC to DDC, which already shows you this is how wonderful the, the effect it is. Okay, what are the ginsenosides? What are the ginsenosides I mentioned just now? What is a real ginsenoside? The real ginsenoside, or those of RG3, PPD, RH2, in and more than and there are more than these three. Okay, there's about 30 over rare ginsenoside inside of a rare Korean ginseng. Okay, compare with the ordinary ginsenoside like RB1 and the PPT or R1 or RE. Okay, this slide is to show us, okay, the real ginsenoside, which has a less or no, we call it zero side effects. Why is zero side effect? Because it's from the master cell, right? It's from the master cell, from the undifferentiated cell. It's most pure, the most pure form of the ginsenoside from the master stem cell. That's why during that condition, okay, the ginseng stem cell, which is the mother cell with undifferentiated, carries the highest of the potency of what? Of the real ginsenoside, the phytochemicals. Okay, so from the master cell, it becomes the leaf cell, it becomes the fruit cell, it becomes the root cell, it becomes all different cells. Okay, and that's during this transform. The ginsenoside, the phytochemical, has been divided divide into other forms like RB1 or PPT, where it carries the side effect to our human body. Okay, because the different functions. So that create the heat, the side effects. So that's using these slides is easily to explain to you why after taking CV8, it doesn't cause you any harm and doesn't cause you any side effect. Is because it's using the most original form, the plant stem cell, CMC stem cell. And from the stem cell, okay, remember our production process, we extract the ginsenoside. the real ginsennoside. And here we are list out, okay, there are many types of real ginsennoside component inside of our CV8, okay, which a few of them you need to remember are those of Rg3, Rh2, okay, Rk1, Rh3, and PPD, okay. So Rg3, Rg5, Rh2, Rh3, and PPD. Okay, those are the real ginsennoside as considered as the essence of essence. Okay, that's only occurred from the wild ginseng, 80 years old wild ginseng. Okay, compared with ordinary ginseng we cultivate in the farm. Okay, we are hardly we don't have a chance. Even you have a million of metric ton of the ginseng, you only have a teeny Rg3. But today, okay, each packet of our CV8 with 60 ml is contain 3.1 milligram, 3.1 milligram of real ginsennoside. You see how high the potency it is. Maybe you don't understand how much is equivalent. It's very difficult for you to imagine how good the potency it is. Okay, now I give an example. One pouch of the CV8 at 6 ml, okay, equivalent 15 pieces of the 80 years wild ginseng, okay, content of the ginsennoside, which means that every single sachet pouch of the CV8 is equivalent to 15 80 years wild ginsennoside. That is how high potency, okay, we obtain inside of CV8. So from here, okay, by now, I think we're able to get better understanding what is CV8, okay, and why CV8 is so special and so valuable compared with other products in the market or other ginseng products or other botanical plant cell products. Okay, number one is the stem cell, and it's the real ginsennoside from the stem cell. We call the essence of the essence. Okay, and now let's carry forward to get understanding what are the benefits, okay, from the real ginsennoside or the phytochemical or inside of CV8 wild ginseng stem cells. Okay, from all the clinical study has been shown today, it's more than thousands of journals in the world has been proved. Okay, ginsennoside, real ginsennoside, okay, from the ginseng stem cell is able to help for anti-cancer, liver protection, for better blood circulation, for the blood glucose regulation, anti-aging, antioxidant, immune enhancement, and also anti-HIV. I think who has been joined the sharing with our Dr. Ashria on the last week. Okay, on the last week. Okay, we're able to have a very detailed understanding. Okay, how could this ginsennoside, the wild ginsennoside, specifically helping each of the sectors for the liver, especially for the immune system. I remember he used a very good term. I forgot the terms. It's like a balance of the immune system. Okay, in the layman word, in the layman terms, is when our immune system too hyperactive. It's like we are our immune system. We are fighting against ourselves, which causes some traumatic diseases. And using CV8, you can bring down, okay, the overactivity of our immune system. When our immune system is low, they will help to boost up. It's called autoimmune system balance. So that is also a very a powerful, okay, effect, okay, by consume over CV8, especially during this it's a very fearful pandemic ever in the history, in our history, with which we have been seeing so far, okay, in the past 100 200 years, okay, this pandemic, okay, you see there's no other drugs today, it help, okay, to prohibit from COVID-19 besides, okay, to enhancing our cell immune system. So CV8 is one of the best choices for you to protect you and your family from the COVID-19. Okay, some of the here I'm taking some examples. Okay, the journals of the patent has been published in the history. It's showing the efficacy of the ginsenoside, the phytochemical inside the CV8 of the wild ginseng stem cell for anti-cancer. Those are the patent numbers, okay, has been already contained, is showing proven, okay, that the wild ginsenoside will prevent and cure different type of cancer and the immune system, okay. And from the research data, is showing that, okay, it's a control group, and comparing with the wild ginsenoside CMC, you see the bone marrow cell proliferations. Okay, it has improved more than 100%, 100%. Okay, and if you look at its immune system enhancement, okay, from the journals published in the Life Science 135-2015, okay, 138-146, wild ginseng CMC treatment significantly increasing the natural killer cell activity, the NK cell. You see, that is representing the immune cell, which is directly destroy the cancer cells. Okay, we call the NK cells. Okay, so this is of another example, which journals that here and the share to show how this helping to improve our immune system. Okay, and also for the lymph node cell proliferations. Okay, and a study research also showed administrating the wild ginseng CMC to higher fat diet feed meats, okay, suppress the lipid accumulations, resulting in effect. Okay, you see a high fatty liver feeding the meat, okay, with overfeeding them, okay, over a period of time. It's just like ourselves, okay, overweight. The first thing we call fatty liver. Fatty liver is very damaging, okay, because it's bring up the burden of our liver and cause a damage of liver in the long period of time, okay. So look at with and without the wild ginseng CMC feed, okay, you can see the end results, the liver's condition with or without the CMC treatment. It's very obvious. Okay, so here what can make me to remember in case of people who have the habit of history of alcoholic, you are drinkers, or you used to drink occasionally, or some of them you over drink. Okay, you are alcoholics. Okay, the burden that it come into your liver, okay, is dramatically. Okay, so CV8 is one of your solution, okay, to help to improve your your liver conditions. Another thing it shows, okay, comparing, we all know aspirin, right? Over aspirin is very good, okay, it's one of the best drugs in the human history. Okay, aspirin, it's a general drug in all circumstances. But we also understand we cannot over taking aspirin because it causes blood It's called blood thin. Okay, and it's very dangerous. It's overdose ice cream. Okay, because it's very strong. It carries a very strong function of blood circulation. And also we know well known is Kingo extract. But we look at our well ginseng stem cell, ginseng no side, it shows much better. Okay, the enhancement of blood circulations. Okay, our CVA from the Dr. Ashwin with the sharing. Okay, I want to emphasize again. Our CVA carries a very a strong character of the blood circulation enhancement property, but not blood thin property. Okay, so that's why you the consumed CMC, it doesn't harm your body by thinner the blood, whereas by enhancing or promoting the blood circulation. That is very important. Okay, and once not the last here is that, okay, when we're talking about the CVA is for the purpose of the youth. What is definition of youth? The youth interpretation here is not only to make you living longer, but make you living healthier and looks younger. It's a better quality of life, far from the diseases. That's the ultimate goal of our life. The day will come at the end of the day. One day it comes. Each of you cannot run from the destiny. Okay, but the most important is how to live with the quality of life, to enjoy less illness. Okay, enjoy the better youth of life, and you can prolonging your lifespan is from the telomerase, okay, of our RNA DNA on the top of the telomere, okay, the enzyme, okay. When every time the cell break, complete a full break cycle, okay, it's consume our telomerase. And from the clinical study has been shown and been proven, the real ginsengoside, okay, the real ginsengoside from the wild ginseng stem cell is not only can suspend or delay the damages on our telomerase due our aging, but it also help. Okay, it's also help to grow our telomerase. You know how fantastic the real ginsenoside, how powerful it is. Okay, that's why. Okay, from the name of ginseng in Chinese interpretation, it's called the Renshen. You know, it's like it's a spiritual of a plant. Okay, it's a herbs. It's the king of the herbs. It's the spirit of the herbs. It means it's much more than the herb itself. From the history of the TCM of humankind, okay, in the 5,000 years or more, okay, they already proven or they already found in our history, in our experience, how powerful the ginseng. You know, ginseng is like they call the ginseng god. You know, they some of China people, some of the Chinese people in China, they traded ginseng god. Okay, because ginseng has a life one, you know. The herb, the ginseng herb is life one. They carry such strong power and character. It's life one. They really give people's life. Remember those people who suffering in last time when we read the novel in the some of the books, okay, the fiction books, they say, oh, people dying, you know, and before dying, you know, they go to the jungle, they're trying to find a 1,000 years history, 1,000 years of the ginseng, they cut into slice and put in the mouth, then the guy stand up, relive again. You see, that's I mean, that's it's been exaggerating the effect, but it deliver information. The information, it tells us the powerful of ginseng and the wild ginseng. And here, scientifically has been proven, which is true. The real ginsenoside will not only slow down the damages, okay, of the telomerase caused by the aging, but it will also growing the telomeres. You see, that is very important. Okay, so that's why how our CVA, okay, carries a very strong character of maintenance of your youthfulness, okay, and prolonging the self life. You see, that is the key. So from here, it come we understand, okay, our CVA use 80 years of wild Korean ginseng stem cells ginsennoside and formulated, okay, with CVMGR Institute, okay, and it's essence of the essence because we are using from the 80 years the best ginseng stem cells, real ginsennoside, okay, with its benefit to help to maintain and regain our youth of our life. And it shows the benefit in the various perspective of our health conditions. Rather than that, okay, and here coming to another very important point to differentiate our products with other products in the market, it comes to this question. The reason why the CVA must produce in Korea, okay, from the isolated, okay, stem cell to cultivation, okay, to production and to the CV8, okay, because remember just now I've been sharing with you the entire process of extractions of the real ginsennoside, because from the tissue collection to the stem cell isolation to the suspension culturing until the the mass production of stem cell. We are not using the stem cell, brother and sister here. We are using the real ginsennoside from the stem cell. So if you are buying the stem cell from Korean factory, from our research alliances company Plantel, what are we going to do? Okay, it's just like the corn. If you don't pick up from the farm, the corn will die off in the farm itself, in the field itself. The most important here is we are manufacturing our CVA from the original process, extracting process in Korea, by not only establishing the cell line, cultivating and scale up the stem cell, real ginseng stem cell, but most important here, we are extracting. We kill the cell to again the real ginsennoside from the entire production extraction process. And then immediately, that's why we need to manufacture this in Korea. We cannot shipping the stem cell around the world and just putting the cell inside of the product. It doesn't make any differences, whereby we are using the essence of the essence in the phytochemical format, which are the ginsennoside. Okay, and that's why from the stability fingerprint, it shows that, okay, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, even 24 months cultivation of the real ginsennoside. Look at this graph. Okay, maybe you are not familiar with this, the lab research format, but I can show it's easily for you to compare with 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. Look at the peak of the readings. It's the same. What does that mean? It means that from the real ginseng, from the most beginning, the cell which we pick up from the 80 years wild ginseng, the stem cell, throughout our cultivation, okay, process, the content, the real ginseng content is the same. It's the same. Using this to explain a question like people asking, oh, if you are using a tissue cultivation, is that natural? I will tell you the answer is it's not only the natural, it's better than natural. Why? Because we are able to stabilize, to quantify, and standardize, okay, the potency of the real ginsenoside, the essence of the essence from the ginseng stem cell. Because it's very difficult for us to obtain the exactly same ginseng, okay, in the world, because they never be the two ginseng same, right? Because it's natural production. It's from botanical field. They never be the same durian or they never be the same potatoes. It's same like they will be never the same ginseng. But throughout our process, CMC technology, we're able to preserve and to utilize the process to obtain the highest potency of real ginsenoside and standardize it. So from this, you're showing that, okay, from the original form of ginseng stem cell until our manufacturing, okay, until our CV8, okay, it contains the same potency of ginsenoside. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, it means that every single pouch, every single sachet of CV8, it contains equivalent amount of ginsenoside. Okay, and that is another breakthrough in the term of technology. Today, you get your 3-in-1 coffee, I tell you, you will never ever have the same 2 sachet equivalent amount of the milk and the powdered sugar, which means that there's two sachet, any 2 sachet of the same brand of coffee, 3-in-1, they're also different. You know why? Because when they mix, the process of mixing, the milk powder is light on top. The middle is coffee. The sugar is the heaviest one going to the bottom. No matter how you mix, you see, how you mix how many times. Okay, when you come out into feeding, okay, compare with every 2 sachet of the 3-in-1 coffee, they also will have some differences. You see, this is manufacturing by over machineries. But today, with our technology, CMC technology, in our extraction process in Korea, okay, we're able to obtain the high potency real ginsenoside, we call the essence of essence, in each and every single sachet of CV8. Okay, that's how we call the standardizations. Okay, that's also as a breakthrough technology in the entire botanical industry. Okay, so every 250 liters of bioreactors is equivalent to 75,000 pieces of 80 years wild ginsenoside. Okay, wild ginsenoside. That's why, okay, we have the name of CV8. Why is 8 number 8? Okay, if you put the 8 horizontally, it's a sign of infinity. It's like using the CMC technology, we can produce the essence of essence to the maximized, to the infinity. That's why today, each and every individual of us able to have the chances, like me as well, to having this a real ginsenoside from the real ginseng stem cell, 80 years Korean ginseng. The chances to having it. Okay, so that's why you just close your eyes and imagine it. Every time when you open up the sachet, okay, you open up the sachet and you put upside down, let the liquid flow into your mouth. What is, you can feel it. You can feel a massive of rare ginsenoside. The essence of essence is going to your body. Okay, it's going to your body. Okay, it's being absorbed and nutrients you. That feeling is how powerful of that feeling is. You will never find any product like CV8 in the market, okay, can give you that massive of the essence, okay, from the king of the herbs, 80 years, wild ginsenoside from his stem cell. That's the reason why we manufacture in Korea, because we want to utilize the know-how of the manufacturing process, the process of extraction from the original single stem cell until the finished CV8. You see, it's in the lines of production. That's the reason. Okay, it's be okay for us, for you, when you obtain the CV, manufacturing everything in factory. You know, to us, will never jeopardize over quality. Okay, because the money we pay, okay, with present much value, okay, of the product, because it carry the most lively, the availability of the ginsenoside inside of a CV8. Through our happy trip in Korea, and our leaders that were lucky enough have a chance to with our doctors or our shareholders, okay, with our president Kim, okay, and we're able to enjoy the trip by experiencing the entire process. A world class botanical scientific result, okay, a CMC technology extraction process during our Korean trip, okay, and so far CV8 or our venture CV8, we are the one and only plant stem cell in the whole world globally. We had more than 62 patents has been registered. We call the full package, full coverage of patent registrations. So only today, only our product CV8, you can call it it's a plant stem cell. It's a 80 years wild ginseng plant stem cell. Okay, it's the master cell. It's the undifferentiated cell. It's the immortal cell. Okay, and when it comes to another question here, when you share with your friend, hey, you say it's so good about ginsenoside. Why you don't the full packet of ginsenoside? Why you put the formulated? Are you trying to manipulating, okay, to get a better profit and margin by mix with other fruits? Okay, remember, this product has been from the day one, even start until today is almost 5 years. Okay, if our company wants to making money, we won't spend 5 years to waiting for one product, because this product has come, the formulation coming from CVMGR. Okay, from the CVMGR, from the very beginning. I saw you the slide. Okay, the very beginning of the slide, the Cell Vitality Molecular Genetic Research Institute. The joint armed force with Ventures, China Academy of Science, Plant Intelligence, we call the Plant Stem Cell Institute, and also the Molecular Genetic Lab from Sydney universities. Okay, to come up with this formula. Why instead of doing single ingredients of rare ginsenoside, okay, rather than that we want to put in a formulated. Okay, let me to explain to you, because as you understand just now, the real ginsenoside, the ginseng stem cell, through the CMC technology, come to this slide. Wait a moment. It's showing very strong antioxidant content, which means it's very easy to be oxidized. Okay, because it's very strong antioxidant character. So if you live in the normal conditions, okay, it's very fast to oxidize. We keep on fighting. okay? So that's why the key here is when we come into a production process, after we're extracting the essence of the essence, which is called the ginseng, real ginsenoside. The second question is how you preserve it before we consume it, right? How we preserve it before we consume it. That's why we need a very powerful media to preserve this valuable rare property, 80 years Korean ginseng stem cell ginsenoside. Okay, it's true. Formulation. A formulation is come together with the three major sub ingredients with cibaton puree, okay, aronia and pomegranate puree. Okay, why we come with these formulations? First of all, what is the function of cibaton puree? Okay, because we are here the cibaton we are using as pure organic cibaton puree. I can share you with the lab report we have in Japan. We have gone through 700 over test items, okay, to proven that we are purely organic, okay, through the Japan standard, okay. We're using that high standard of organic cibaton puree because cibaton carries the highest of nutrients, the type of nutrients, okay, as it's a bioactive compound, okay, inside of cibaton puree. It's one of the eldest plant and fruit in the entire planet. Okay, so you see, that's why in CV8 we have the essence of ginsenoside plus the most powerful, we call the king of the fruit. Okay, it's called cibaton. It's carry the 428 type of bioactive compound and the nutrients. Why we need cibaton? Because you understand cibaton have very high level of antioxidant property. It's antioxidant property. So once we extract the ginsenoside, okay, ginsenoside as a phytochemical, we use to preserve into the cibaton puree, okay, in order to obtain the highest potency and bioavailability of the ginsenoside. And second thing, okay, the role of cibaton in the CV8 formulation, it plays as a phytochemical absorber because we all understand, okay, in order to obtain a very valuable rare substance, you cannot, our body cannot just absorb like itself. It's just like if we want to absorb calcium, we need vitamin E. We need a lot of other vitamins. We need the sunlight. Those biochemical reaction, chain of bioreactions in result to helping to obtain the calcium. It seems like a ginsenoside. The real ginsenoside is a very strong chemical, a natural component. Okay, it's very beneficial to our body. But how to let us to absorb it? We are already trying to keep the manufacturing extraction process in order to obtain the highest viability of the nutrients. And then we preserve in the cibaton puree to make sure it's very high bioavailability. But it's not enough. We have to take it into consider once it go into your body. The main goal is how much can be absorbed by your body. It's not how much we can extract from the stem cell. It's how much we at the main goal is how much can be absorbed by our body. That's why we like the cibaton puree to uphold this phytochemical and allows our body to absorb this phytochemical to the maximum level. But once it's absorbed, okay, it's inside our body, we need to absorb by ourselves, okay? So aronia is the phytochemical converter, okay? Inside of aronia, the aronia is the highest, it carries the most high potency of manganese content. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, every 1,000 of the aronia carries 262 milligram of the magnesium. The magnesium is the character, is a main component. It helps to convert the nutrients, okay, in the phytochem into the form that our body needed. Okay, that's why we have aronia. To after you absorb, you convert into the form that can be utilized by our body, by our cell, by our genetical telomeres to rebuild the telomeres. So why we need a pomegranate? The pomegranate is transmitter. It's a phytochemical transmitter. It's like a delivery boy, okay, to let our body to obtain these nutrients in through a very short period of time that can let it deliver throughout the entire our systems. So you see, a 5 years working, okay, not only to produce a product with CV8, it carries not just technology, it's the know-how, it's in the in nutritionals, it's the know-how into biochemistries and the know-how of formulations. You see, so the CV8, okay, it's not just a product, a mixture of all the fruit juice. Okay, rather than that, a long waiting of 5 years, okay, for CV8 is because we are waiting for the mass production of the ginseng stem cell, the bioreactor to be built in a factory to complete the whole process of extracting and able to obtain the phytochemical from the 80 years old wild Korean ginseng stem cell, the real ginsengoside, Then we put into a formula to stabilize it for our personal consumption purpose and for our maximum of our absorption purposes. After long waiting, okay, and we able to get the CV8 by presently we have the CV8 to launch after 5 years long waiting. We give every individual customer the essence of the essence, the CV8. Okay, that's why CVA is a formulated. So I hope throughout my slide, okay, we understand what is CV8. Why CVA is so different from others? Because it's using the stem cell, the undifferentiated cell. The so powerful, the power, so the power, the this the powerful, the powerful of character of CV8 is come from is the technology to brought us the real ginseng side, the essence of the essence from the stem cell, from the undifferentiated cell, from the master cell of the ginseng side of the 80 years wild ginseng. And with the formulation, okay, we multiply, okay, the rate of absorption and the rate of bioavailability in our body, not just inside of a sachet, it's inside of our body. That gives the best efficacy of the CV8. Okay, so how to consume the CV8? Okay, usually we recommend one sachet, two pouch daily. Okay, for the ordinary people, 1 to 2. It depends on your financial ability. Okay, But for people who have a health issue like immune system problem, we have a cancer, we have all other related diseases or problems, we recommend you 2 to 3 sachets, even 4 sachets a day. Okay. One thing I need to emphasize here is that same like IM laser, CV8 doesn't carry any side effect. Okay, it doesn't carry any side effect. It's very safe for you to use it. Okay, and how to consume? Okay, here we recommend you with empty stomach. Okay, half an hour before after your meal. The best consumption is in the morning when you wake up. After you wake up, you have your CV8. Okay, before you take all your water or whatever it is, your breakfast, take your CV8 first. Before you sleep or before you sleep. Okay, before you sleep. After your meal, 1 hour or 2 hours after your meal, after you all your necessary things, before you sleep, take CV8. Okay, my personal experience, my age is, I'm born in 1982. I'm 38. Okay, I start to have a lot of people say when I'm very young, but eventually I'm starting to feel fatigue. I feel tiring after I'm with the same daily routine, the workload I had, and I mean I feel tiring, in the recently year or two. But after I taking CV8, the one thing I would definitely share with you, number one, is my sleep. After taking my CV8, my sleep is soundly. I feel sleep so well, and the sleep quality is so well that okay, I can maintain my sleeping quality. Next morning when I wake up, I feel so fresh, so fresh. Okay, I have a 100% sleep. Okay, throughout my overnight. Second thing, my skin tone, my skin color getting better. After usually last time when I play golf, I the skin tone getting darker, very much darker. It takes me eight to 10 days to recover from, I mean, to come back. But after taking CV, I realized, okay, within 3 or 4 days, my skin color become even better than before. And I feel my skin tone and my getting better. 我的气色 my appearance getting much better than before. Last time I looked myself in the mirror, people say you're still young, but I look I'm very tiring, very tiring. But now I'm full of energy. I'm full of energy. Besides using IM laser, I think CV is the best couple product with IM laser. So you see, as a benefit, it's improve a lot part. It bring a lot of benefit into your health. Okay, as Dr. Ashwin has been mentioned that okay, I will not re-emphasize it again. And I think the doctor have give a very good explanation, very specific definition set from the scientific perspective. They explain to you how this help to improve your blood glucose problem. It help improve your liver function, help improve your immune system, rebalance your immune system, and also your anti-cancer and so on and so on. So if you want to know more, you can go Google to search back this the doctor's speech, or you can have the sharing in our groups, the videos, okay, and you can get better understanding. I will not spend the time here because the main purpose of today's sharing is to share with our brother and sister uh, what is CV8, why CV8 is so different from other products, why it's so valuable, why we manufacture in Korea. Okay, why we have a long waiting to make until CV8 today with a formulation in a very layman way, very simple understanding way. I hope after today's sharing, each individual of you able to share a CV8 with your friend in a very clearly way. in a very simple way, okay? So at the end of the day, CVA is a secret formula for youth, a secret formula for you. It's 80 years, okay? Wild ginseng stem cell extraction ginsennoside formulated products. For the purpose, we're trying to make you look younger, okay? Maintain your usefulness is no longer a myth. With CV8 Infinity, this is a reality today, okay? So before I end my sharing today, let's go back once more time, okay? Try to understand one more time, okay, with me. Okay, it's an essence of, it's a secret of you, okay? That is CV8. You can easily to share with your friend in the one sentence, okay? It's using 80, it's basically it's from 80, a wild Korean ginseng site, okay? Okay, and it's from the stem cell. It's not from the plant cell. It's from the ginseng, real 80 years old wild ginseng stem cell. Because the ginseng stem cell is so powerful, it's the master cell, it's immortal cell, it's the undifferentiated cell, okay, that carries the most nutrients, the most rare ginsenoside, the essence of the essence, okay, in compare with other cell, okay, and through our process in Korea, we are not only isolated the stem cell from the mother plant, but we also cultivate a culture it and scale it up. But most important, in our production, we're able to extract the essence of the essence, the ginsenoside, the real ginsenoside from the 80 years old Korean ginseng stem cell and make it a product of CV8 through a formulation, a formulation, a formulation that we're able to preserve the bioavailability of the ginseng, real ginsenoside, okay, but also multiply the absorption rate, the conventional rate, the bioavailability in our body, not just in the sachet, in our body, to give our body, to give our cell the best essence of the essence. Okay? So that is CV8. So I hope after today's sharing, so we're able to explain to our friends and families in a very layman way, okay, in a very simple way, and let them also to understand how difficult, okay, after 5 years long waiting and the product process of product development, okay, we're able to have this CV8, okay, to present you by today, okay. So thank you so much, okay, for your patience, and thank you so much be with me today with my sharing of what I know about the CV8.